press. So this is not political conviction. This is not moral conviction. This is a bunch of politicians who know that Donald Trump for months was threatening them to not only not pass this discharge petition, but personally threatening them that it would be an attack on him in the White House if they called for the release of these files. And we are not only not going to stop, I want to just emphasize how damning the evidence is that came out of the estate last week, because we've not only subpoenaed Donald Trump, we've also subpoenaed the estate. We are expecting to release subpoenas soon for financial records. Not only is there this emails that have been broadcast across the media, there's 1,600 documents in that file dump where Donald Trump is named. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I actually went through the files this weekend in depth. Donald Trump is not only named over and over in them, it is discussed this trial in which he was accused of raping a 13-year-old at Epstein's house. There is extensive discussions about a subpoena of Donald Trump in one of Jeffrey Epstein's cases in which he was accused for rape and sexual abuse. He was subpoenaed and gave a deposition in that case. There is extensive discussion between Donald Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Mr. Wolf about not only Trump coming to his house, but Epstein says in these emails that he has photographs of Trump with girls. And I really want to emphasize this. People know this email that came forward last week where Trump says to Ghislaine Maxwell, Trump is the only dog that hasn't barked. And when you look at the emails, what he's talking about is the fact that one of the accusers, one of the survivors who went to the police and gave sworn statements, and it's in those records that were released over the weekend, was actively recruited from Mar-a-Lago. And what Jeffrey Epstein is saying in that email is that Donald Trump hasn't barked, and he knew that Ghislaine Maxwell was going to Mar-a-Lago to recruit 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, who were then taken to Jeffrey Epstein's mansion where they were raped, groomed, and turned into, essentially, I don't even want to use the language. They were abused for years. Mm-hmm. And so Donald Trump not only was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, he knew exactly what was going on. And Mar-a-Lago, his own property, is where children were being taken from which they were trafficked and raped.
So